Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to have fun with mathematics in the topic of internal transfer with unchanged total. But instead of using the bar model method, today we are going to use the units method and you can decide later whether it is easier for you or not. Okay, so let's get started. Well, first of all, what is internal transfer? Internal transfer is a concept of word problem which involves changes that take place internally or changes that involves a mutual exchange. And in internal transfer, the ratio between the quantities changed, but the total remains the same. You can imagine internal transfer is just like having several saving jars. You have some money, you put it inside your study saving jar, you keep some in your food saving jar, you keep some in your book saving jar, and also in your traveling saving jar. Well, let's say you have like $100 first in your study jar, and then $20, and then $20 in your food jar. Books jar has $50 of your money, and then the traveling jar has $30, and that will make up to 200, right? And then after that you think like, okay, I think I can go for traveling these days, so I'll just like move $20 from my traveling jar. So because I take out 20, it just become 10, right? Now I move it, I want to eat more foods. So I put it 10 here. So it becomes 30. And then also I want to study more. So I put it here also. I will add it with 10. And then for books remains the same. Well, as you can see, the money you have in total remains the same. Although the ratio for every jar has changed, but the total remains the same. That's what internal transfer is. Well, now let's see the question of internal transfer. Randy and Simon had some bookmarks in the ratio 2 to 3. After Randy gave 1 per 4 of his bookmarks to Simon, the ratio became 3 to 7. Simon had 112 bookmarks, then Randy in the end. How many bookmarks did the two boys have altogether? Okay, so since we're not going to use the bar model, we don't have to draw any bar here. Instead, we are just going to write it this way. Randy to Simon to their total. So we are going to compare the before and the after condition. In here, we know that Randy and Simon had some bookmarks in the ratio 2 to 3. That means 2 belongs to Randy because that's the first ratio written, the first number written, and Randy is also mentioned the first time. So 2 belongs to Randy and 3 belongs to Simon. Then we know that the before condition, Randy has 2 and Simon has 3, and their total is 5 units. And then after that, Randy gave some, which is 1 per 4 of his bookmarks to Simon. And then the after condition, after that, we know that the ratio became 3 to 7. 3 to 7, we know that the total of 3 to 7 means 10 units, right? But this isn't right because in internal transfer, remember that the total doesn't change. So we need to make them as the same number, right? So in before and in after condition, the number must be the same. To make them the same, we need to find the lowest common multiple. Can you guess what is the lowest common multiple between 5 and 10? That's right, it is 10. That means we have to change here the total before condition become 10 units. We need to times it with 2. So to make it the same, we have to times it with 2. All of them means all of them in the before condition. Randy's ratio, Simon's ratio, and also the totals. So it will become like this: 2 times 2, 2 times 3, and 2 times 5 units become 4 to 6 to 10 units. After that, the after condition, we'll just like keep it that way, 3 to 7 to 10 units. Now, we already have the same number for the total in before and after condition, and that represent the internal transfer with unchanged total, right? Now, what do we have to do next? Now we know that Simon had 112 bookmarks than Randy in the end. That means 112 is their difference, right? But what is the difference of their unit? The difference is here. You can find it here. 7 for Simon and 3 for Randy. The difference between the number of bookmarks Simon and Randy had in the end is 7 units minus 3 units equals to 4 units. And then 4 units equals to 112 bookmarks. 1 unit equals to 112 divided by 4, right? So we got 28 bookmarks. Now we are going to find the number of bookmarks the two boys had altogether. Because that's the question. How many bookmarks did the two boys have altogether? Now what do we have to do? Well, we just have to know how many units in total that the two boys had. We know that they had 10 units, either in before or after condition. It doesn't matter because we're just going to find the number of bookmarks the two boys had altogether. Remember, the total doesn't change. So we have 10 units here. The 10 units equals to 10 times the 1 unit, the value of 1 unit, which is 28 bookmarks. So it is 280 bookmarks. And we can also ignore the fraction of the given bookmarks in this question. Well, that's our lesson about internal transfer. What do you think? It's easy, right? If you want more videos like this, consider to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.